welcome back to another edition of the Service Connection podcast. My name is Bruce Fontaine. I'm a U.S. Army veteran, and I'll be your host. Today, we are speaking with Mr. Michael Burton, who has an amazing story. And without further ado, before we do anything, though, smash the like button. Please, by all means, share this podcast so you and I together can help other veterans during this process. And now, Mike, welcome to the connection. Mike, after all of these years, how's it going, my brother?
My brother, I am doing great. Thank you. Thank you for having me. It's an honor and privilege to be here with you today.
Well, you and me go back a very long way. I'm trying to think of how long. I want to say
2009.
So 17 years. And
Wow.
I met you. Yeah,
Wow.
I was
Yes.
Yeah.
Makes me feel old, brother.
Yeah, tell me about it. I'm 66 now, bro. I was, able to run circles around you before.
Wow. Yeah.
I remember the night we met because, correct me if I'm wrong, I was actually the announcer at the Speedway, and we were having military night, and you came up the stairs with a cane, if I remember this, and sat in front of the announcer's tower. And I don't know what it was. We had something going on where I had a little bit of time, so I was kind of like going around the stands, thanking veterans for their service. And you and I started chatting real quick. And you told me the story.
You had come to the Wounded Warrior Barracks where I was stationed at and invited us all out there.
That's it.
And so then I came out to the racetrack, and you and I sat down there. And
we had a
great conversing. And
great conversation.
You were, at that time, going through a lot of life, being med boarded out. I just initially had my everything happen. So now I'm starting this med board process, and I'm stuck in Fort Sill, Oklahoma for umpteen months while my company deploys, and I got to deal with a back injury. And yeah, you were like a ray of hope for me. Gave me a whole lot of, it was my one avenue of entertainment was going to the racetrack. So if you on a Friday or Saturday night, I can't remember.
And one thing I do remember, Mike, and you and I kind of hit it off like immediately. And your story went as, I don't know if I don't think you fell out of a helicopter from I don't know how far and broke your back. That's right. Is that correct?
Well, part of that is that wasn't what broke my back. What broke my back was I bent over to pick up a pen. My back broke. They say it could have been part of that thing. But what I learned way later in surgery life was I was born without pars reticulosis in my L5 vertebra, and my military service exacerbated the condition to the point that the L5 vertebra, like if you could imagine a disc like this, it broke in half.
Wow.
So I was born spondylolithiasis of 75% slid forward. So 75% slid forward, 25% slid turned. So I was basically getting paralyzed every day. Slowly.
Yeah, I remember you walking with a cane, and it was like every step was hard for you. I totally remember that.
Yep.
And we hit it off so good, Mike, that I would come out to Fort Sill in the Lawton Speedway pace truck and pick you up, take you to the races with me, right? Get you in for free, and
This
and
guy
then
took
take you
me
back
around the
home.
track and the pace track and the pace truck.
Oh,
That was so much fun. Never done it before. Never done it
that
since.
was that was a
And then
blast.
years later, you had Matt Kenseth. I'm sorry, it's computer sliding a little bit here, but Matt Kenseth sent me a Facebook message because of you and said, "Hey,
Well, yeah, I made that
Mike."
happen. Yeah, I did. Yeah.
So, and I remember that years later because it was the one fan. I was the one fan that I really, really liked him as a racer, and you reached out, and I had to share that with my buddies over here. They're all Matt Kenseth fans. So
Well, you had
thanks.
to throw it in their faces
Oh,
what you did,
absolutely,
bro.
brother. You know that.
I that was we always take care of our own, whether on or off the battlefield. I was
Uh
having
huh.
that conversation with a gentleman earlier, and it was pretty cool. Let's get into the nuts and bolts of why, not why, of let's talk about what they gave you for disability when you got out to
Ooh.
where you are now.
So the story's kind of long. After I came home from Fort Sill, Oklahoma, I went home and had back surgery and a whole bunch of physical therapy, and wasn't sure if they were going to completely med board me out or retain me. Um, and then the decision to med board out and go out because of the amount of metal that I now had in my back. They said that they couldn't keep me, and I
Okay.
did kind of fight to stay in because it was my whole life at the time, and I'd gone through a divorce and everything, and I was just like, well, I'm
Haven't
just
we
going to
all?
stay in the army anyway. So 2.5 years goes by, and I'm in this hiatus of active duty, at home duty station, because I was Oregon Guard, Title 10,
Right.
like stuff, and it was a whole bunch of confusion time, and so didn't know whether you were coming or going half the time. So about 2.5 years of that, and they finally med boarded me out, retired me, actually retired me, med boarded me out. I got out at 30%. Well, they were initially going to kick me out with 30%, and they were going to do the retirement ceremony, and I had 30 days to get ready for that. So I got a hold of the representative. I think it was a JAG representative, and I had less than 30 days to file and appeal this thing. And literally less
Wow.
than 5 days before I retired, they gave me 50% total raise, and like seven
Still not
items,
enough.
and like 7 items. So I
Wow.
stayed at 50% for 3 years, and I had to go find an attorney to claim to do something. I hired him.
Right.
6 years, brother. We fought. I got 50%. I went to like 70%, then 80%, 80 to 90%. And then the last year and a half, it finally got to 100%. When I did get 100%, I'll never forget it. I logged into my vet pay, health, and it showed me
Yeah, the blue
100%.
button. Yeah.
It showed me 100%.
Right.
And nobody had sent me a letter. I'd got a letter or anything, and it showed me what I was
Wow.
going to get awarded. So they back paid me. They paid me 100%. They've done pretty
For
good for me
six for the previous 6 years.
for the previous 6 years.
Outstanding.
It was a chunk of
Wow.
change. It was a chunk of change.
Oh, that's a lot of money. That's a
It was
lot of money.
nice. Yeah.
But it was yours, Mike. You earned it. There's no getting around that now. So how has getting 100% changed your life?
Oh, drastically, drastically.
I'm
I
sure.
I went from
Yeah.
having to like honestly try to like work every day to um I became a real estate agent, and I didn't have to put in near the effort. And I enjoy real estate. Don't get me wrong.
Good.
Honestly, I could stay home and do
Yeah.
nothing and be depressed, or I could be
Yeah.
do something on the side. So I became a real estate agent, and I get to go out and meet people. I get to look at some cool houses, and I never say I work a day because I really don't. I mean, I work 3 hours on a weekend, maybe. That's really, work. I should call it
Yeah.
work.
Yeah. That's cool.
So, and it allowed me to buy a very nice house I live in, 4 acres,
Yep.
2,100 square foot home. And
Right
came
on.
here, shortly after, well, about 2 years after they retired me, I bought this house. So about 13 years I've lived in this house. And yeah, it's comfortable.
Good for you, brother. Good for you. So your life changed dramatically. I think they really were trying to. If you would have never fought for yourself, you would have been stuck at
No,
50% for the rest of your life. You know that,
absolutely.
right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it got
Well,
painfully obvious to me if I didn't do something, if I
you
didn't
know
stand
what?
up for
We
myself.
have. Well, we have an old saying here, and it goes for any branch of the military. But at Claim Climbers, we always tell our veterans to never, ever give up. Always fight for what you know is right,
That
and
is
get
so
what
true
you
today.
earned and deserved.
That is
Yeah,
so
it's
true.
it
Never
is
give
true.
up, guys.
So
Never give up.
yeah, Mike, is there anything else you want to add before we get out of here?
Well, I wanted to mention that there was a new bill in Congress that was going to pass, and I think it was something for the veterans to be aware of. Are you aware of the concurrent receipt bill that's going on in the Congress right now? Um,
I watch YouTube every night, and to several different podcasts, military podcasts
uh-huh.
or veterans, for the lack of a better term. And I do see, everything from the M21-1 to
Yes.
all kinds of things.
The Major
To your point.
Richard Starr Act.
I did. Actually, a friend of mine, the Salty Old Marine, actually did. I believe he did a video on that.
Yeah, I apologize. I haven't seen
Yes.
that. But
Yeah.
have your
Yeah.
congressmen get out there, guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fight,
Fight for
fight, fight,
yourself, man.
fight.
Yeah.
Brother, it was
Michael,
awesome
thank you,
talking
brother.
to you. Miss you,
You too,
bro. Miss
man.
you, miss you, miss you.
Miss you too. I miss you more than you miss me, man.
Uh,
So, thank you very much.
well, you've
And
done
there
a
you
lot
have
for
it.
veterans. You always are the guy to step out in front and say, I'm here to help. You've been that guy for day one to me. And standing on those
Thanks, brother.
bleachers, making made my life so much more easier. You're a true friend, true battle buddy. Love you, bro.
Love you too, brother. You take care, Mike. And there you have it. Another edition of the Service Connection podcast. Thanks for staying connected, and we'll see you next time.